Leadership is about making decisions. That's what defines a leader. Making choices, making decisions about choices that people have. And I am very clear that we are a country of law. We're not a country of men. It's not what I want, it's what the law says. And yes, there have been instances where court rulings have not been obeyed. And I think everybody should be held to account when it comes to respecting the rule of law. There should be no exceptions. Everybody, starting with the president, the person on the queue, to the ordinary citizen. And because you have to lead from the front. Because you have to lead from the front. I have had situations where I have had to make very difficult choices. And I'm not the kind of person to run away from making difficult choices, especially when I believe and I'm persuaded that they are the right choices. Maybe I can give you two examples that maybe even relate to the men and women here. When the government of Kenya decided that it was time to change the constitution, and I thought I had issues with some of the matters in that constitution, it didn't matter to me that the whole government was standing on one side. I stood on the side that I believed in. That's at the heart of making difficult decisions. Recently, we had another engagement called the BBI. Because you live in Kenya, Edmund, you must have seen at the Bomas of Kenya, I was the only person, one person, in about a congregation of 3,000 people who had a different opinion. And it didn't matter how many people were shouting at me, I still told them what I thought was the right position. And finally, I don't want to say I was right, but the circumstances have vindicated what I said. So I'm just saying, you are asking me whether I have the capacity to make difficult decisions. I was just responding to that.
But you see, one could easily say that you're playing the safe card. I stand corrected, but from where I sit, if I remember correctly, yours was not about changing, but the timing of some of the issues or concerns therein. And if you recall, yours was, if that is the will of the people, then I would take it. So, would that be that someone would argue that you're playing safe, waiting to see where the trend would go, then you actually say and follow it?
If I was following the trend, I wouldn't be standing up to a whole mass of people, you know. But I am also a Democrat, you know. And in a democracy, you speak your truth, but when the majority have made a decision, as a Democrat from where I sit, just like in an election, you go to an election, of course with the intention of winning, but sometimes you don't win. So when you go to an election and the majority decide not in your favor, you must respect the outcome of an election. And I think that goes to the heart of some of the challenges we have as a nation, that we have situations where people do not accept the outcome of a democratic process. It doesn't mean you must agree with everybody, but it means you speak your truth. When a decision is made, you have to agree with what the majority have decided. I think that's all. I don't think that's playing safe. I think, do you think accepting the outcome of an election is playing safe?
Again,